बैठो बैठो सब बैठो भाई.
And may I begin by sharing with you this association this afternoon is not a celebrity brand endorsement, but certainly one which is lending a support to an association with the author, and she trusts the consultancy and the warmth of that association which has built up through the years. As characters is something very special, as the transformation, the physical transformation that demands from her the extreme fitness and of course the versatility of changing shapes. So that is something very special, and I must say she has raised the bar for actors across the country, if not across the world, when it comes to the film industry. Let's put our hands together once again and receive our very special guest of Taapsee here with us. Many of you may have already gone through association on this journey, maybe the workshops, maybe the consultancy, and finally you're growing this afternoon once again like always. So let's hear it from you.
Well, my journey with Munmun, I'm little disturbed with this mic. My journey with Munmun, okay, I'm going to let it. So my journey with Munmun actually started when 2018? Yes, 2018. When I did not really have any requirement of losing weight as such. I just wanted someone to make sure that I have good healthy metabolism. And all the dietitians or nutritionists around that my colleagues were consulting used to talk about some really exotic food, diet plans, and weighing and measuring the food that you eat. So the idea of having dietitian or a nutritionist in my life was, in my head it was not possible, because I'm not someone who can weigh before I eat or think ये इतना carb है, इतना protein है, इतना ये नहीं हो सकता है, because I literally live to eat. I am from Delhi, मैं एक दिल्ली की सरदारनी हूँ. I can't survive without good food, and good means it should taste good as well. So never took a dietitian or nutritionist help before that. But then I realized after some time, because of the kind of lifestyle we live, I also, my mother doesn't have great metabolism, so I think inherit that as well in some ways. And then our work and life is so stressful that everyone ends up compromising somewhere in the way they eat, what they eat, and hence the metabolism goes for a toss. So I used to have a lot of acid reflux problems, a lot of metabolism related problems in my body. So I stopped eating a lot of things that I used to really enjoy, be it wheat, a lot of lactose, dairy, all these products I stopped eating. And then when I met Munmun, I got to know about her. I told her about my problem, and this is what I want you to work on. And then the good part was she asked me to write down my plan for 3 days and not really change something drastically, but tweak it as per her knowledge, so that I don't have to change myself upside down to to make myself better, but because that's difficult. Suddenly to change your lifestyle and your food habits totally, it's very hard, and it's not sustainable, I feel. So she tweaked whatever I used to eat to make sure I repair my system first. So we worked on that in that first phase, and slowly got on to getting into normal metabolism phase, and I started feeling hungry. I used to eat only 2 meals a day because I used to eat so much. बोलते थे ना कि breakfast like a king. So I used to eat so much in breakfast. By the time I used to reach lunch time, I was never hungry, and my metabolism was very sluggish. So I didn't used to feel hungry. So from those 2 meals a day, now I eat like 5 to 6 meals a day. That's a huge transformation for someone who used to almost be like picky and choosy of what to eat because it didn't used to digest. So I think all thanks to her that she first repaired my system and then made sure that I don't have to remove anything from my diet that I like to eat. So there is nothing that I don't eat. I love my chole bhature, I still eat them. Actually it has less gluten, or it's gluten free almost, is what I got to know from Munmun, which is very shocking. You should read about that in the book actually. Yes. Chole bhature is actually gluten free. Can you believe that? So that, and other things like my aloo parathas. Like everything that I eat, and people on my sets usually get really shocked to see my food because they don't believe that it can make for any diet plan. But that's because she made sure that I don't lose the joy of eating that I have. So that joy is intact. I still love to eat and I'm still eating a lot. She's made sure that my mid-meal is here on the table right now. There's coconut water and cashew nuts. That's supposed to be the meal between my lunch and dinner, which is ready. So yeah, so that's going to be one of my meals today, right now in front of you. After that, I'll go and eat my dinner as well. So there's been a no hard no from her. I eat sugar, though I'm not a huge fan of sugar, but I can have sugar. So, but it still made me look the way I looked. And especially during Rashmi Rocket, when I had to build certain kind of muscles, I was very clear to Munmun, we are not going to take any shortcuts. We're going to max to max kya hoga? You'll not be able to build the exact kind of body you have in mind, but I have life beyond films and I don't want to compromise on that. But she made sure with whatever approved healthy supplements which don't harm the body, are not those shortcuts that you use for quick body transformations. They were given to me and it helped me transform my body the way you saw on screen eventually. So I think I give a lot of credit to her and the other trainers who were there with me. But for her, I mean, she changed my entire digestive system inside, made it work like never before. Or maybe when I was much younger, which is quite good, right? So yeah, that's been my journey and that's why I'm here today. That's why you'll read my foreword there, which is, everything is true. It's nothing that I've written there is because, oh, you know, I had to just be nice to her. No, everything is true. Food, I think every actor is asked this question, कोई diet बता दो, कुछ ऐसे बता दो, कैसे कर सकते हैं. There are no shortcuts. Just read this. I'm glad that this book is there because next time someone is going to ask me about my diet plan और क्या करना है जल्दी से बता दो 4-5 points में. So I'll just give the book. I'll say read this. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's my journey.
Thank you very much, Taapsee, for that. And some of you may have already got your hands on the book. Most of you may not have. But to get the very special glimpse, we've got a bigger than life, larger than life size figure out here of the book, which we're going to unwrap through the hands of Taapsee along with Munmun. Request our ushers to please bring the book right here in the front center. And maybe have the honor of having Taapsee, yes, to do the unveiling of this larger than life book. And here's presenting to you Yuktahaar, the belly and brain diet. May I have you putting your hands together and let's celebrate it with a loud applause, please. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you, Munmun. All the very best. Just a few moments for a photo opportunity for our friends from the media, and we'll continue with our conversation. For those of you who are just joining us out here in the store, we are presenting to you the unwrapping and unveiling of Yuktahaar, the latest book, the best in belly and brain diet.
So you want to keep it here?
It's stable. We'll take it set.
Yeah. We'll keep it here. It's already on.
Congratulations to the author, Munmun Ganeriwal, the publishers, Penguin Books, as well as it comes to you in association with Crossword Bookstores. And friends, we now have the segment and very special opportunity to have you be part of our interactive afternoon to be engaged with your questions and queries, and those of you readers who are here with us who would like to know more about
If she wants to know what the last 3 days of plan worked or no, Munmun, it worked. The last 3 days I was on a detox plan because I had an overeating splurge at one of my holidays, and then she gave me a detox plan of 3 days to get back to feeling normal and fine after that overeating holiday that I had, and I'm back to normal. Today is the normal day.
Nice. So, Taapsee, we share a common love for food, right?
Yeah.
For sure. So, you know, I think it's best to start a food conversation. So, there are a lot of myths when it comes to diet. You are in an industry where every second person is on a diet, like you said.
Oh yeah.
And you always get to see so many varieties of these different diets that are
Lost
there.
track of the diet plans.
Yeah. So let's just, bust some myth.
Okay.
So first I want to talk about, this whole myth about hunger. Like in today's world, what has happened is that, people are almost associating hunger with something bad. They are almost obsessing not to stay hungry. कि मतलब भूख नहीं लगनी चाहिए. भूख लगना is a bad thing. Because then you're constantly eating, you're not going to lose weight if you constantly go on feeling hungry. So in fact, when we started, like you said, like you used to not feel hungry for so many hours at a stretch. So I just want, you to tell others so that others get to know that, how important it is to be sensitive towards your hunger and actually just welcome it and not kind of suppress the hunger, because suppression of hunger is what the diet industry actually teaches us. So not suppress the hunger and not follow like this एक strict diet chart दे दिया ना कि नहीं ये तो खाना ही है, भूख हो नहीं हो ये तो खाना ही है, not follow that, but like how we do, you follow it more as a guide. It's not that you have to just go on eating it, but you are mostly more sensitive to your hunger cues and you eat according to your hunger. So
So I'll tell you what people do. Sometimes because they feel ज़्यादा भूख लगती है हमारे को, तो हमारे को भूख कम लगनी चाहिए, उसके लिए they start drinking some kind of
tea and coffee and stuff.
some kind of stuff कि अच्छा ये पी लिया ना तो इससे भूख थोड़ी कम लगेगी, so I'll eat less, so that will be good for health. I really don't think, I mean, at least in my experience in last couple of years, if you feel hungry, that means your metabolism is working, which is actually a good sign of a healthy body. That's what she explained to me when I used to eat 2 meals a day, that this is the problem. Basically, if you're not feeling hungry, that's a problem, because your metabolism is not working fine. You need to feel hungry, so that like how a young kid will feel more hungry, like because their metabolism and body is very good, and as you grow older, then it becomes sluggish. So if you want to get back to the energy you used to have before, when you were younger, you need to have good metabolism. That means you need to feel hungry more frequently. So that logic stayed with me. So I made sure the kind of food I eat, at the intervals I eat, how much I eat, I make sure that I feel hungry more often than what I used to before.
Yeah.
बच्चे का मेटाबॉलिज्म है, वो भूखा होगा. Yeah, Munmun, you should answer that.
नहीं, बच्चा मतलब कितना बड़ा बच्चा वो भी बात है. बच्चे की कौन सी, मतलब क्या उम्र है बच्चे की?
उम्र क्या है बच्चे की?
So that is a growing age. That's a teenager. तो अब वो स्पोर्ट्स खेल रहा है, कॉलेज जा रहा है, आ रहा है, भाग रहा है, तो उसके हिसाब से भूख लगेगी, which is fine. Yeah.
I'll tell you something. मैं बहुत funny incident मुझे याद आ रहा है इसी बात पे. My parents were also worried about it when I was young. So I used to eat a lot because I was a very outdoor kid. I used to play outdoors a lot. घर में सिर्फ खाना खाने और सोने आती थी. So and I used to love aloo for some reason. So my parents got really annoyed with कितना आलू खाती है ये. So they said, okay, now we're going to make aloo for all the 3 meals of yours every day until you get sick and tired of aloo. They got sick and tired of making aloo. I didn't get sick and tired of eating aloo. So it's still one of my favorite vegetables to eat. And so much so that I remember there was once I was so hungry. My parents were not at home, and pressure cooker के अंदर दाल बनी हुई थी. And I didn't even see कि उसमें steam निकली है कि नहीं निकली. I was so hungry. I opened the pressure cooker. उसमें steam थी, and obviously, I mean, I got a little bit burnt. But imagine that's the kind of hunger kids have when they are teenagers. I was that hungry. But that's because you're growing and you are burning that much amount of calories because of your running around or jumping around that you're doing at that time.
Yeah, and Taapsee quite, is very welcoming to food even now, because I remember in one conversation she was telling me when they go out for these, interviews where there are other actors also, like a round table if I may say so. So there are these other actors who are always asking for teas and black coffees, and she's the one जिनके लिए वो peanuts आता है और cashews आता है.
I'm the one eating.
So even one of the journalists asked us when we were doing a joint interview कि तापसी ये चक्कर क्या है? Whenever you are in a interview with us, you're always asking for something to eat, whereas all your colleagues are always asking for some chai, coffee and stuff. So yes.
No, I love my coffee, but I love to eat as well, and I make space for both. One cannot compensate for the other.
Yeah.
They both have their own space in my eating habits, and I love food. Yeah, end of story is there.
Yes, and it's also about not overdoing the coffee, which she doesn't.
Yeah,
So-
at max it goes to 2 cups a day. Rarely, otherwise it's only 1 cup a day coffee that I drink.
Yeah.
Aloo na, I'm telling you. What to do now? Aloo ke parathe only I've grown up eating. I can't give up on
But
that.
Rashmi Rocket, you had too much aloo. I mean,
She gave me sweet potato for 3 months. Every day I had to eat sweet potato. के पता नहीं 5-6 preparations for breakfast. I till date can't see sweet potato. I had overdose of sweet potato in my life because that used to be my diet meal.
I couldn't help it, guys, because I mean we had to make her put on weight, and that is why I feel Taapsee really stands out, because the entire industry talks about losing weight, especially when it comes for a female actor. But Taapsee is like one of those really rare female actors who took up this challenge of bulking up. We call it lean bulk in our industry, and she had to put on weight for Rashmi Rocket, get that muscular look, and uske liye meko, I had to feed you aloo.
Sweet potato के पराठे, sweet potato की चाट, sweet potato की टिक्की,
खिचड़ी.
स्वीट पोटैटो की खिचड़ी. हाँ, ये 4 मुझे चेंज कर करके रोज ब्रेकफास्ट में मैंने महीनों खाए हैं.
Okay, we also have questions from the readers, questions from the guests out here. So raise your hand and we'll take the question.
देती हूँ आंसर. What about workouts? हाँ सर, वो तो करते ही हैं सर. वो तो because that is not just because कि मुझे डाइट फॉलो करना है, मतलब वही सब ध्यान रख लेगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. यू हैव टू वर्क आउट ऑल्सो. सो वो दोनों हैंड इन हैंड साथ में चलते रहते हैं. हाउ मच टाइम आई वर्क आउट? एन आवर एवरी डे फॉर 6 days a week.
Can you say your name and
Even
if
when
you're
she's
from a
traveling,
channel introduction and the question.
So she shoots almost most of the shoots are outside Mumbai. It's not like मैं नहीं बोलूँगी सारे shoots, but most of the shoots के कारण she's traveling. But even when she's traveling, she's keeping up with the diet and even the workouts. So it's
Yeah.
not that she's kind of lazy about it even for a day. She's quite disciplined.
या खाना है तो फिर वर्कआउट करना पड़ेगा.
Please go ahead.
हाँ जी सर.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Harish, and I'm actually here with my daughter Mani. She's a big fan of yours. Now, whether it is weight or anything, I mean, apart from that, we love you as an actress.
Thank you.
We love your work, and you're one of the best actors that India has.
Thank you so much sir.
I'm asking this question on behalf of my daughter, but she's too shy to ask. But she thinks that by eating less or not eating, you actually can remain thin. You should explain to her.
Please explain.
You should read the book, please.
She's too little to read that book.
No, she can. How old is she?
She's 13.
So my daughter is 13 and she has read the book. So you read the book.
And it's very
sweetheart.
easy read.
Yeah.
It's a very easy read. It is for people like me who are not used to reading. I am not much of a reader myself, but it's a very easy read. You won't feel like you're not understanding what's written. So it's a very easy read.
Yeah.
But trust me, you don't compromise on food to look thin at all. That's unhealthy thinning. That's not good.
So your role model has told you, and this is what I also
Yeah,
support.
please eat.
So yes, you got to eat.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You make it bestseller in Mauritius also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Done? हाँ sir.
My name is Chintan. I just wanted to ask you, what do you do to take care of your mental health? And the second one is, do you endorse Horlicks and Kurkure, which of those?
I don't endorse Kurkure anymore. I do endorse. Sorry?
Can you tell us why you stopped doing that?
Then my choice.
Okay, no, I thought it's related to the diet.
No, it's my choice. And What did you ask? Mental health. See, it's belly and brain diet for a reason. I think she'll explain better how's the connection. But for me, happiness depends upon what I'm eating. It really affects me when I don't have good food. The day I don't have good food or I don't get food, it really makes me hangry. So it really affects. So yeah, the rest she'll tell you the connection between the belly and brain.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Then you know it all. No, it affects me a lot. Even if I'm not eaten, good food also affects me.
Yeah.
Because then I'm always like fidgety with what I'm doing. And definitely lack of carbs affects me a lot. No. I do pranayams in the morning, that's max. I haven't meditated as yet.
Yeah, so Taapsee is like one of those who will come and tell me ki, I'm not liking this, like taste-wise. She doesn't come and tell me is this healthy or not healthy. She's never come and bothered me with that. But she has always come and told me that this isn't suiting to my taste. Like I don't find it delicious. And then she introduced a word. Actually, I don't even know if she knows she introduced that to me. She called it food depression. And I was like, oh my God, is that really a word? Okay.
I think I would have said it after my sweet potato.
No, I think somewhere in the Rashmi Rocket shoot time.
Yes, food depression.
Yeah, she was like, there's this food depression, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe there's this word, and I need to get used to it now. But honestly, I mean, there are, I will say that of all the actors I worked with, Taapsee is the one who is always, not wanting to compromise on the taste, on the food. And it's not that most of her roles, most of her characters, we know that it's most of the ones are those kind of characters where she has to play very physically demanding roles. She has to look fit. In spite of that, she doesn't compromise on her food in any manner.
Talking about the food depression, पता नहीं मुझे very beautiful today.
Thank
So
you.
does it really affect बहुत अच्छा favorite खाना खा के आया तो food थोड़ा ग्रो होता है.
नहीं, अभी I'll tell you मैं क्यों खुश हूँ. After that, I was on a holiday for 3 days and I overate there. That was not part of my diet plan. It was just served to me and it looked very good and I ate everything that they served. Because I was on holiday, I was like, today I'll just eat whatever. I mean, the 3 days I did that, I overate. After that, I couldn't even look at food. Like otherwise, I'll puke. वो इतना ज़्यादा खा लिया था मैंने. Next 3, I told Munmun, something wrong has happened. I can't even look at food now because I've overeaten for 3 days. So then she sent a detox plan which ended yesterday. And I'm glad I'm back at feeling hungry, feeling nice from inside. I don't feel that lazy and very uneasy because of those 3 days of overeating. So that's done in 3 days. So I'm glad I'm back to my normal routine. So that's why I'm very happy today.
But what I will just highlight here is because there we have this young girl who is concerned about how she looks, and aap jo bologe, it's kind of people are going to listen to it. So this whole myth about body weight, like getting on the measuring scale and then checking your body weight, like even now when Taapsee says that she overate for 3 days, trust me, she didn't get on the weighing scale to tell me ki kitna kilo badh gaya. It was just a mental perception that I don't feel as light as I used to. So I'm feeling little heavier. That is where we need to kind of make a change in the way we talk about our bodies, our body weight, or even food, because there's never
Weight depends upon so many other things. I'll give you an example. Before, I think I hardly measure my weight. So few weeks back, when I was really working out hard, my trainer said, okay, let's just check what's your weight. So I checked, I might be around 62 kgs, okay? And people find it very shocking to hear that I'm 62 kgs.
No, we're very shocked to hear that an actor of your stature is actually coming out publicly and telling the
I'm
weight.
62 kgs. Yeah, I'm 62 kgs. So then, after this holiday where I ate for 3 days a lot and I went to work out for the first day, I didn't work out for a week and I ate. And I checked after the 3 days in the weighing scale or in the holiday, I said, let me see what I'm feeling is true or no. And I was 60.5 kgs. I was 1.5 kgs actually lesser than what I was when I was working out a lot. So please don't go by this. Basically telling you, don't go by weighing scale. Go by how you feel,
Exactly.
how your clothes fit you. I actually judge by how clothes fit me. So when my trainer also asked me, do you feel you've reduced weight or you've gotten the shape that you wanted? I said I'll judge only by the clothes, how my clothes fit me. That's my only measuring standard.
Yeah, and how she feels also. Like
Yeah.
she will always come and tell me that I don't measure weight, but I feel so and so, lighter, heavier.
Yeah,
or-
if I feel lazy, I
Yeah.
feel too sleepy through the day, I don't have energy enough. All these things are the ways I judge that if I'm healthy from inside or not.
Okay.
Munmun, if you could share some insights into what has been the concept in the book about the gut balancing lifestyle. Something along that line, if you could highlight for us.
So the gut balancing lifestyle is about eating wise, like what we have been discussing right now with her. So this is what exactly Taapsee is also doing, and this is what is there in the book also. So it is about eating the right, quality of food and not measuring calories. Like what we are saying, it's not about measuring. Like जैसे इन्होंने बताया कि it's not about हर एक चीज वजन कर करके खाना. It's not about that, but taking note of good quality. Good quality is basically eating food which is not processed. Right timing, right quantity. So, like, like for example, sabudana, everybody here, it's quite a thing in Maharashtra. So sabudana can be good and bad both. And me as a nutritionist, I'm always asked, "ये अच्छा है क्या? Is this healthy? Is this good?" So there is no objective answer to any food. If sabudana, because sabudana is nowadays made with lot of chemicals. वो जो व्हाइट कलर उसमें आता है, जो पर्ल्स बनाते हैं ना साबूदाना के बॉल्स, वो एक कसावा रूट होता है, रूट प्लांट, उसमें से प्रोसेस करके बनाते हैं. इट्स मेड इन अ फैक्ट्री, सो इट्स अ फैक्ट्री मेड प्रोडक्ट, इट्स नॉट अ नेचुरल प्रोडक्ट. So when they make it in factories, most of it is in the south of India. They use a lot of these chemicals to make the shape of the pearl and also to whiten it. So if you're using that, which is more prevalent, so if you just go to any kirana ka dukan, that is what you will get most of the time, then of course it's a bad. But if you do get to know about somebody who's making sabudana in a very pure way, जो आपको पता चलेगा शायद वो आपके कोई मामा चाचा ताऊ हो तो ही आपको ट्रेड सीक्रेट्स बताएंगे. सो इफ यू गेट टू नो ऑफ सच साबूदाना, देन इट्स एन एक्सीलेंट फूड टू हैव. It's cooling, so it's गर्मियों में बहुत अच्छा है. It has many other benefits as well. So what I'm trying to say is that food में कुछ भी ऐसा objective नहीं होता है कि ये अच्छा है, ये बुरा है. It is very contextual, and that is what exactly I've explained in the book, that you eliminate gluten for some time, but ऐसा नहीं है कि gluten जिंदगी भर के लिए खराब है. So yeah, Taapsee, I would like to ask you one thing, because being a celebrity, one of the aspect is this, that everybody wants to follow your diet.
Yeah.
So the diet is very much in the book, but for now, I want you to, tell everybody how you start your day. Like, uthte hi, what is the first meal you
The
take?
latest one?
Yeah.
So the latest one, actually my diet, the plan that she sends me depends upon क्या weather चल रहा है, कौन से area में मैं हूँ, because वहाँ की fresh produce क्या हो सकती है. So it's not like कि जहाँ पे भी मैं हूँ, regardless of weather or the terrain, you'll just have the same food. So right now, because I was going to be here in Mumbai for some time and it's getting hot, so I start my day drinking either soft tea, fennel tea, or soaked raisins in the morning. And then I go for my workout. I have this protein smoothie that she has given me the recipe of.
Post workout.
That's my post workout. After the workout, I drink that. That's got my protein shake mixed with a lot of things like almond milk. It's got flax seeds. It's got elaichi. It's got banana as well. So it's got all these mixtures. So it just gets me back after my exhaustive workout. And then I have, after some time, my breakfast meal is a smoothie. And people say, "बस इतना सही खा रही है." I'm actually not feeling that hungry because I've just had that protein shake smoothie. So then, after that, I have my other avocado smoothies, sesame smoothie, makhana smoothie is also there, guys. Makhana smoothie, किसी को पता था? मैं वो बनाती हूँ सुबह, and it's really tasty, and it's got sugar in it. All of them have got sugar in it, so they taste really well. And after that, I have my mid meal, which is the season का fruit. आम खाने को मिलेगा इसके बाद, और उसके बाद I have my lunch, which is रोटी दाल सब्जी, या फिर डोसा और सांबर चटनी, जो which I really like.
So lunch is like the biggest and the
Yeah, so
most
like
wholesome
regular
meal.
meal for everyone who people feel कि इसमें से क्या निकालना है, नहीं मेरा पूरा 2 रोटी खाऊंगी मैं, दाल होएगी, सब्जी होएगी या कर्ड होएगा, साथ में खाऊंगी वो सब. And then after that I have coconut water or I'll have some nuts. अभी ये गर्मी का टाइम चल रहा है तो but I'll have coconut water के साथ मलाई also. So people try to take away that malai and not drink that malai and only have that coconut water. I have the malai also with it. So that and फिर dinner होता है. Dinner I can have fish, rice or I love sushis. Sushi lets me have sushis. I love my Thai curry rice तो वो भी खा सकती हूँ. खिचड़ी खा सकती हूँ नहीं तो. So that kind of stuff for my dinner. बिरयानी भी होती है मेरे dinner में. Chicken बिरयानी भी होती है मेरे dinner में. Yeah.
So this whole thing, Taapsee, that breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. So myth or fact?
No, it's a big myth. Yeah, it is not a fact for sure.
So the breakfast is always light for her.
Yeah.
Breakfast is so the जो छोला भटूरे इन्होंने बताया ये खाती है. It's actually for lunch.
Yeah.
It is not for breakfast.
She's given me time span कि ये 11 से 6 के बीच में जब खाना छोले भटूरे इस टाइम के बीच में खाना है. So मैं इस टाइम के बीच में खा. कचौड़ी भी थी मेरे मील में जब मैं जयपुर गई थी कि कचौड़ी भी खा सकती हूँ मैं. मेरे पास बास्केट चाट भी थी जो मैं खा सकती थी जब मैं लखनऊ में थी. ये सब मेरे मील प्लान का हिस्सा थी.
Any questions from the rest of you? If not, some of them from the media would like to have a personalized 1:1 interaction, which we will do right now immediately post the event. But may I take this opportunity once again for those of you who would like to have your copies personalized and have them signed. We'll be having some space and time to have Munmun also sign the copies. But on behalf of each one of you, on behalf of Crossword, Shop like to have the personalized question with the audio limitation.
रोला गुड टू सी यू तापसी जी. आप और भी ज़्यादा सुंदर लग रही हैं.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
और तो बताइए
Thank
कि
you.
क्या क्या ऐसा कुछ खाती हैं जो डे बाय डे सुंदर दिखती
वो तो
जा रही हैं?
वो आप बुक पढ़ लो. उसके अंदर पूरा डिटेल में लिखा है कि पहले क्या खाती थी, फिर क्या चेंज किया, उसके बाद अभी क्या खाती हूँ. पूरा प्लान आपको दिखेगा. बट मैं अच्छे से खाती हूँ और काफी खा लेती हूँ.
वाह. आप बताइए कि तापसी जी यहाँ पर हैं, सो एसोसिएशन कैसा रहा? एसोसिएशन तापसी जी के साथ में कैसा रहा एक्सपीरियंस तापसी जी के साथ?
नहीं, एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा मतलब एक्सपीरियंस तो मेरा इनके साथ चल ही रहा है. इंशाल्लाह कभी ख़त्म ना हो. बट आई मीन बहुत इंग्लिश साथ साथ चला कुछ भी
हिंदी इंग्लिश.
तो तापसी मेरी पहली क्लाइंट थी फ्रॉम द इंडस्ट्री. बॉलीवुड इंडस्ट्री से मेरी वो पहली क्लाइंट थी. तो पहला हमेशा जो होता है बहुत स्पेशल होता है. so, वैसा ही रहा है हमेशा से. वेरी स्पेशल बॉन्ड. मैं जो भी काम करती हूँ मुझे एक सपोर्ट फील होता है. आई फील दैट शी ऑलवेज सपोर्ट्स मी एंड शी इंस्पायर्स मी लाइक शी इंस्पायर्स अ लॉट ऑफ विमेन एंड लॉट ऑफ मेन ऑल्सो. बट यू नो सो वैसा ही रहा है कि वो हमेशा इंस्पायर करती हैं, सपोर्ट करती हैं मेरे हर काम को. और मैं कुछ भी करूं तो जैसे हम कुछ अच्छा करते हैं, चाहे वो छोटा सा ही कुछ अचीवमेंट हो, हम अपने फैमिली को तुरंत जाके बोलते हैं. वैसे ही मैं हमेशा इनको एक मैसेज करती हूँ जो मैं सबको नहीं करती हूँ बट मैं इनको हमेशा करती हूँ. बिकॉज मुझे ये यू नो हमारे एसोसिएशन से यू नो ये एक वाइब आता है ना दैट आई नो कि शी ऑलवेज यू नो विशेज वेल फॉर मी. कि हमेशा मेरे लिए अच्छा चाहती हैं, खुश होती हैं मुझे ग्रो करता हुआ देख के. सो दैट इज़ द रीज़न कि मैं हमेशा इनको एक बताती हूँ, बिजी स्केड्यूल के बीच में भी एक मैसेज छोड़ देती हूँ कि मैंने ऐसा किया है. एंड शी इज़ ऑलवेज वेरी हैप्पी.
इन दिनों जब भी शूटिंग पर रहती हैं आप तो कितनी भूख लगती है तापसी को एंड क्या क्या खाती हैं?
जब मैं शूट पे होती हूँ मैं वहाँ का जो लोकल खाना होता है उसका मील प्लान बना के मुझे मिलता है. तो अगर जैसे मैं बताया मैं लखनऊ में थी तो वहाँ पे बास्केट चाट भी खा रही थी, मटर की चाट भी खा रही थी, मटन बहुत खा रही थी वहाँ पे मैं. जब मैं जयपुर में थी तो वो उसमें तो दाल बाटी चूरमा उधर भी था ना. हाँ, वहाँ जयपुर में थी तो उधर खा रही थी वो दाल बाटी चूरमा उधर. वो देख के काफी लोग सोचते ये क्या डाइट प्लान हुआ. बट आई थिंक मुनमुन का ये मानना है कि जहाँ पर हो जैसे व्हेन इन रोम लिव एज रोमन्स, तो वो वाला हिसाब है, जहाँ पर आप हो उसके वेदर, वहाँ पे लोकल क्या फूड है वो खाना चाहिए, जो वहाँ की लोकल प्रोड्यूस है, वहाँ से जो फ्रेश बनता है, जो वहाँ का सदियों से बनता आ रहा है वहाँ पे खाना, वो खाना चाहिए। तो मैं ये सब डिपेंडिंग अपॉन वेदर क्या चल रहा है और कौन से एरिया में गई हूँ शूट करने, उस हिसाब से मैं मेरा डाइट प्लान बनता है।
इतना सब कुछ खाती है, इसके अलावा भी इतना फिट रहती है।
हाँ, अच्छा खाना खाती हूँ ना मैं, मतलब ये सब क्या खाते हो वो डिपेंड करता है, या मतलब ये जो मिथ है ना, ऑब्वियसली प्रोसेस्ड फूड खाओगे अगर बहुत ज्यादा दिन रात, तो ऑब्वियसली दैट्स नॉट गोइंग टू वर्क। तो वो अगर आप जो नॉर्मल हमारा खाना बनता है, जो मतलब जो सदियों से बनता आ रहा है, जिसको लोग अब फैंसी फूड के लिए उन्होंने छोड़ दिया उसको पीछे, तो वो खाओगे तो फिर ऑब्वियसली वेट बढ़ेगा।
सी जो खाने में डाइवर्सिटी होती है, डाइवर्सिटी मतलब कि हम जितनी ज़्यादा वैरायटी खाएं खाने में, उतना हमारा गट स्ट्रांग होता है और हेल्थ अच्छी होती है। अब इनके डाइट में डाइवर्सिटी लाने का मुझे ये बड़ा अच्छा तरीका मिला, क्योंकि ये ट्रैवल बहुत करती हैं, ऑलमोस्ट लाइक हाँ 12 महीने में 10 महीने तो बाहर ही होती हैं ये। तो मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा एक एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली मुझे कि जब जब ये ट्रैवल करे तब तक मैं इनका प्लान चेंज करूं, वहाँ की चीज़ें डालूं। तो इससे क्या होगा कि इनका जो हेल्थ है, इनका जो गट है, वो एक्सपोज होता है एक बहुत वैरायटी ऑफ फूड से, जिससे हेल्थ बनती ही है, हेल्थ ख़राब नहीं होती है, फिटनेस आता है, फिटनेस जाता नहीं है। तो वही इनके साथ मैं ट्राई करती हूँ, एंड द फैक्ट इज कि ये इंजॉय करती हैं उस खाने को जितना, मतलब मैं
ट्राई किया मैंने, सब तरह का लोकल खाना, सब सिटीज का।
देहरादून ना,
हाँ,
की शूट कर रहे थे, तो भांग की चटनी भी दी थी।
हाँ, मैं भांग की चटनी, मैंने कहा आर यू श्योर, मतलब मैं भांग की चटनी खा सकती हूँ कि मतलब कुछ अजीब इफेक्ट तो नहीं होगा उसका, तो वो भांग की चटनी बकायदा खाई है मैंने काफी मील्स में।
एंड हेम्प सीड्स बोलते हैं उसको इंग्लिश में, जिसका काफी वेस्ट में फोबिया, मतलब नॉट फोबिया इज रॉन्ग वर्ड, वेस्ट में बहुत क्या क्रेज है कि हेम्प सीड्स बहुत न्यूट्रिशियस है, ये है वो है। हमारे यहाँ हम उसको भांग ऐसे ही मतलब
हमारे लिए सिर्फ होली के टाइम याद आता है भांग।
चलिए जाते मिशन इम्पॉसिबल के बारे में
हाँ,
कुछ कहेंगे?
आज रिलीज हुई है, मुझे भी अभी, मैं आज सुबह यहाँ पे उठ के आ गई हूँ वर्कआउट वगैरह करने के बाद, तो मुझे पता नहीं है अभी क्या स्टेटस है, अभी जाके पूछती हूँ प्रोड्यूसर से, बट आई एम डूइंग अ स्पेशल अपीयरेंस इन दैट। वो 3 बच्चों की कहानी है, तो मुझे बहुत प्यारी लगी कहानी, तो मेरा मन किया उसका हिस्सा बनने का जब मुझे ऑफर हुई, तो आई एम देयर इन द फिल्म।
कास्टिंग बहुत ही सुंदर लग रही है।
थैंक यू जी, थैंक यू।
सुंदर, तो कुछ कहेंगे आप?
नहीं, ये तो भाई आई जस्ट क्रेडिट देवकी यार, शी स्टाइल्स मी रियली वेल, और जो मेरा हेयर मेकअप करते हैं वो मतलब दे मेक श्योर जो मुझे सूट करता है वो करते हैं, और जब मुझे सूट करता है तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है देख के।
थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू। के साथ में हम ऐसे साथ में ऐसे आप भी आ जाइए यहाँ ये कैमरे में
शाम को भी आ रहा हूँ सीएनबीसी का इवेंट है।
हाँ, सीएनबीसी का नहीं, सीएनबीसी का है ना, हम
अच्छा, ओ अच्छा, वो मीडिया वाला है,
तो ऐसा वाला सिस्टम, वरना आप तो जहाँ होती है मैं तो आ ही जाता।
बिल्कुल, मैं ना देखूं अपने इवेंट में, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है?
और इनवाइट करेंगे बोले।
हाँ बिल्कुल, तुम्हारे बारे में तुम्हारे से पूछ के डेट डिसाइड करूंगी, तुम टेंशन मत लो।
हो गया,
ठीक है।